This episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. The Olympics, baseball, major championships and concerts are all coming back in full swing right now. You know what isn't? A wild and hairy bush. Tame your pubes with the help from our friends at Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Their fourth generation performance package includes the brand new Lawnmower 4.0. If an athlete treats their body like royalty, why not treat your pubes like Olympic gold? Fellas, do right by your balls and join the 2 million men worldwide, minimum 2 million balls, at maximum 4 million balls, who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com and use promo code WGG. Fuck. The world is starting to open up, and the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped is here to help you get ready. Inside, you will find the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, and 2 free gifts with performance boxer briefs and a Shed travel bag. The brand new Lawnmower 4.0 is here to take the podium. With this 4th generation trimmer features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin safe technology. This package also comes with the Weed Whacker to chop your worst weeds up top in both your nose and ear. This tool is a lock to take home gold in the biathlon. Or the biathlon? Yeah, 2 performances. After trimming your pubes, show them some sportsmanship with Manscaped's liquid formulations, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant and Crop Reviver ball toner. These are the key to feeling victorious this year. Manscaped has also thrown in 2 free gifts with the Performance Package 4.0, coming in with some of the sleekest, smoothest boxer briefs you can get your hands on, and a cute little Shed travel bag that I've personally used when I've gone on vacation. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get yourself 20% off and free shipping, use promo code WGG at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with promo code WGG at manscaped.com. Achieve pubic glory this year with Manscaped. We're going live right now for episode 244 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Stay tuned, because we'll see you in a bit. Fight. What is going on, everybody? Dog Bob here. We're live for episode 244 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. I'm your host this evening, and I am here with my 2 lovely co-hosts, and we have engorged ourselves on pizza beforehand, and I have been farting up a storm, and I feel sick. Mm-hmm. How are you 2 doing?
I feel good. I did a little intermittent fasting today, and by intermittent fasting, I mean I forgot to eat.
You forgot to eat.
Yep. Yeah, so when we went to go get pizza, I felt the life getting pumped back into me. I literally took 1 sip of a Bud Light before the food got there, and I was trashed just because I had no food in my system. I had a salad for lunch yesterday at like 1 o'clock, and that was the last thing I ate up until like 2 hours ago.
Jesus Christ.
So like I'm back alive. And I'm happy to be back with you guys. Dom, nice to see you after vacation. I'm glad you're back.
I didn't go anywhere this weekend.
Really? Wow, you took a weekend off?
Yeah, I did. Wow. Took a vacation from my vacation.
Nice. Okay.
I am going away this weekend though, so.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I have to officiate a wedding, so, it's tough. Yeah, got to work 5 jobs, so.
Brutal. But yeah, it's your boy Chris P. Tallison Lankius. I'm happy to be at Dom. How's it going, King?
Doing pretty good. A couple of Zaz, couple of beers, couple of guys. Doing great on a Thursday once again. Just hoping that the air quality in this room holds out while Bob fucking gasses us to oblivion over here.
I'm lactose intolerant, and we ate pizza.
We can eat pizza just fine. You ate pizza. You could have just been like, I will have, a Caesar salad.
I don't think I've ever eaten a salad in my life.
Maybe some chicken fingers or something.
I could have done with some chicken fingers. I could have fucked with some fingers.
But, listen, sometimes you could...
I could have fucked with some fingers. Yeah,
but it was good.
Right,
but it was good. Everything's good. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday, Junior. It's your boy, Papa Dom. I'm doing good.
Well, I'm glad everybody's doing well. My stomach isn't, but we might as well get right into this. Why don't we get into a little weekend recap, huh?
Wait, the what?
Weekend recap.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
We lit! Chris, did you do anything this week? I know you've been trying to not drink, you know?
Yeah, no, that's out the window. The fuck did I do this weekend? So, so friend of the program, friend in real life, Danny P, had his gender reveal party. He was going to have a son. So
Congrats.
Yes,
Congrats on the sex, Danny.
yeah, he definitely confirmed fucked, and now he's having a child.
I mean, the guy has sex literally once and has a kid. That's like a crazy batting
it's kind of like the dream.
kind of wild.
Dream. So
The nightmare.
that's my actual nightmare.
It's kind of nightmare.
Congrats on the sex.
But I ended up going to his gender reveal, had some pops there. It's right on the water, so super nice.
Very nice.
The way that they did it, they had a boat come by. I
saw that,
with
yeah,
a banner on it saying like it's a boy. So it's kind of cool. Everyone like stood on the dock and the boat came by. Really, really nice. So congrats, Dan. And then after that, we ended up going to my buddy Mike's house, which friend of the program, friend in real life. Also, my roommate Pete was also there. Ended up staying there way too late with like his parents and Mike's parents and like me and Vambi. It was like 3 a.m. by the time we left there, just getting faded at the table, eating like fucking
God.
tomatoes and bread and just crushing drinks.
What a different tune we're singing this week, by the way.
Why?
Yeah,
Because last week you were like, I think we're going to have some tea. You know, I just like take a half an edible and go to bed.
I'm detoxing
I'm
my
done
body
drinking.
right
Not being hungover feels way better than, being
I
drunk.
just had to make sure I was accurate on my statements, you know?
Accurate.
It sounds like you had a great weekend, though.
No, I did have a good weekend. So I woke up Sunday. I felt better, but I wasn't terrible. I was just very tired. I'm going to take this weekend off, though. And last night, Pete and I took an edible and ended up putting the furniture together that's been in boxes in my living room for 3 months. And they were leaning on the wall so long. Well, granted, I put two of the things together, a coffee table and a bar cot. But they were on that wall so long that when we pulled the box out, it pulled the paint off the wall.
You are a fucking alarming human being.
He owns a home. You realize that.
Steve, don't fucking congratulate him because
second
there's still 3 boxes of furniture in his living room. Do not congratulate him. You made 2 out of the 3 out of the 5 of them.
I'm paying someone tomorrow to come by at lunchtime and put them together.
Which is insane.
So they will be done tomorrow
It would take 2 hours to put that.
Yeah, but it's a good deal.
It's
$100 an hour?
that's exactly what.
No, it's going to be a lot more than.
I would have did it for
$2.
$1.75.
I'm giving him $200.
I would have did it for $175, and I would have drank all the beers. In your
Well,
fridge.
where were you when I've been posting about it for fucking 3 months?
Let's not talk about trading favors here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's coming by tomorrow. He's going to put together my TV stand and my dresser for my room
Literally, it would take 2 hours.
for $200. And everything's going to be done. So if anyone's on the market for all beat up coffee tables and TV stands and stuff like that, that's local. Happy to have you come pick it up because I'm not helping, but it's there. But that was my weekend. Played some Splitgate, and that is about it. Dom, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. I played a little golf with a couple of the guys. Jack, Nick, Brian did a little golfing at a local dog track. The course was not that nice, but neither are any of us at golf. So I thought Nick was good, but he wasn't that great either. So I mean, I think he was probably just going easy on us. I did text him Friday night, and I said, please get as drunk as humanly possible tonight so that on Saturday morning you can absolutely fucking stink. And he was like, I'm not as good as you think I am. And I think he was just going easy on us. I think he was just trying to like feint us into thinking that we were okay. So I shot a pretty impressive 147 on 9 holes. So, just absolutely was just putting down fucking 10s on every hole. Just not doing good. Just not doing good at golf. But it's a lot of fun. We had a couple of sodas, hung out. And then later on that night, I hung out with my dad and a couple of uncles that I haven't seen in a while. They came up from Florida. They moved down to Florida a couple years ago, and they came up here. They were like the first time around this. So I was just like, drinking with my dad and a bunch of my uncles. They were talking about a bunch of stories from their childhood, just incredibly vivid tales that I never thought I would ever hear. Yeah, it was a great time. That was a nice little Saturday, and then Sunday we just kind of hung out. Didn't really do much. I've been playing a lot of Elder Scrolls Online, which is the award-winning online RPG set in the Elder Scrolls universe from the good folks at Bethesda and ZeniMax Online Studios. Really great game. Great MMO. I've been trying to tell people to play the game for a while. We're starting to get a little bit of traction. I know a couple of people have resubbed to ESO Plus. The game is free. You don't need to have ESO Plus. It's just nice to have. It's not like a need. But it's a great time. Got some time in last night with a friend of the program, friend in real life, Johnny Root Beer. We played a little bit of ESO last night. I finished the new expansion, Blackwood, which is really great. It's basically a prequel to The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, which is really fucking cool. Going to write up a full review for the website real soon on that. And otherwise, just hanging out. Just hanging out with my dog, grilling, drinking, and hanging out. That's what I've been doing.
Did you see that they delayed New World?
Did they?
But it was by a month.
That sounds
So it
like
was supposed to be like the beginning of September, and they moved it to like September 28th.
Fucking
Yeah.
dead game.
I mean, I'm still interested in it.
Dead game. Splitgate, dead game. New World, dead game.
Dead game.
I can't remember who I was listening to talk about it, but they were saying that it was just a left click simulator, which reminds me of RuneScape, which means I might really enjoy it.
Clink. Clink.
Tick based. Dink,
Clink.
dink.
I mean, New World is now on notice, though, because if I start getting into ESO hard body like I used to, I'm not going to have time to play New World. I'm not going to want to play it. But it depends on how the end game is looking right now. I actually have never really gotten too deep into the end game for ESO. I always just like make a new character and start playing again because there's just so much to do. I've played probably less than a third of the game's content, and that's being generous of how much of it I've actually played. There's just so much to do in that game. And I feel like I've barely even scratched the surface. So I don't know. I might just get back into it again and stop playing ESO more regularly. I did also download Apex Legends.
How'd that go?
It was actually, it was actually a little bit better than I thought. I thought it was going to be the most miserable gaming experience that I've ever had in my life, but it was only like top 3. So first game that I queued into, apparently when you play an Apex game, it shows like the banners on the front of the screen that have like the different players, and it shows you their stats. And so it shows mine, and
apparently that thing that's been in the game since beta.
So this is my first game that I've ever played. This is exactly why I'm not fucking going to play the game
There was
anymore.
no beta, though, so if it makes you feel bad, he was wrong
there
with
was
that.
no beta. Just,
So a feature that I discovered having played the game for the first time is that it shows you your stats when you queue into the game. Myself, not having ever played a game before, was zeros across the board. So I was going, hey, does anybody have a mic? And all I heard was... and then the guy proceeded to fucking walk into the lava on his own and kill himself. And I'm over there, I'm like, oh shit, one of my teammates died. I guess I'm going to go pick him up because that's what the tutorial taught me to do. And I got absolutely lit up. I got ganged up on by like 6 different people. So that was a lot of fun. I queued into another game like an hour later. I was like, all right, maybe I just got like a bad group, whatever. Like, I'll try to, make sure I can communicate, whatever. Because I can't there's no way I'm going to, there was a lot of people who were offering, like Scrap had offered, and a bunch of others had offered, like, hey, you could play with me. Like, I'll show you the ropes, and we'll kind of work together, and I'll like ease you into it. And I thought that was really nice.
That might work out because you're both really fucking old, so he might be able to give you like good old man advice.
True, yeah. It's some sage advice, like one grandpa giving a Werther's original to another,
Yeah.
But he is really good at the game. Of what I've heard. What I've heard from him. So he said that he would ease me into it, and I was like, all right, but I do need to also. I feel like I have to like be able to play with randoms too if I'm going to be able to.
Yeah.
Play the game. I can't just play with friends because I'm not always on when my friends are on.
I think it's crazy that game doesn't have solos. Still to this day, it doesn't have solos.
Yeah, and so I queued into another game, and it was equally as miserable. Nobody was talking. Everybody walked in different directions. I tried following some of my teammates to try to, cooperate.
Like, get away from me, scrub.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm actually, I'm pretty sure I'm not, fucking radioactive. I don't know if I can see my stats from other first-person shooters or something like that. But, yeah, so it was probably a top 3 most miserable gaming experience I've ever had in my life. I'm looking forward to not playing that ever again. And I guess we'll just get them next time. So, yeah.
Best you can do. Bob, how was your weekend?
It was okay. I didn't do much this weekend. I laid super low. I went to the gym a couple of times. I fucked up my shoulder really bad, actually. And it's still clicking right now. So I got to let that heal, even though I tried to do shoulders today at the gym again. Didn't go well. It hurts a lot. Otherwise, I played more Death's Door, And that game, again, still a 10 out of 10 so far.
Yep.
It is arguably one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in any video game ever. Score. Now, let me tell you about the score.
Brother. HH.
Now, let me tell you about the score, brother. Yeah, fucking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal game. I played a little bit on stream today before we went out. I'm going to have to make more time to finish it. It's only like a 7 to 10 hour game, but I want to get like every single piece, like every hidden thing in that game. So it's probably going to be closer to like 10 or 12. Other than that, been playing Splitgate, enjoying it, until we get too fucking raged out from playing ranked. But, that's how it is with every fucking first person shooter I play.
Especially a new game like that where people are just fucking playing for the championship, like they're going to get signed to a team.
Yeah, it gets really sweaty really fast in Splitgate. Yeah. And it's like, I'm here for it. You want to have a fucking sweat fest? I'll play Splitgate. I'll play sweaty the whole fucking time. I don't care. But yeah, that's a very difficult game to not get frustrated at because it's so near impossible to win a 1v2 gunfight at any point in that game. It's just like traditional Halo. Like Halo Quake. You can't 1v2 because the damage output is equal 1-to-1 almost every single time unless you have a power weapon, and you just can't win the 1v2. So it's a fun game to play right now. I'm glad I'm playing it because it's a good change of pace from what I was playing before, which was Counter-Strike, Escape from Tarkov, and that's kind of it, actually. So yeah, good little change of pace right now. And I just saw a tweet earlier today that they just hit their max server stability. Like they just peaked. So queue times are going to be reduced, which is huge.
They were like 10 minutes today.
Yeah, I mean, literally all weekend and week, queue times were upwards of 2 hours just to get into the game. So as long as they keep it within fucking 15 minutes, I guess it's not that bad. Granted, people are still going to bitch about it no matter what.
Oh, yeah. That's everything.
But what are you going to do? It's a free-to-play game. You know what's not free?
What?
The suites at Disney, Dom.
Oh my God. So something that came out yesterday actually was that the long-awaited Galactic Star Cruiser, it's not even a theme park, it's like a theme hotel at Disney World, which is inside of the Galaxy's Edge Park, the price has dropped for it. So
good.
For those of you,
good.
One would think.
More affordable, right?
I mean, boy, is it ever. So, Disney's not expensive to go to anyway. You're going to have to spend a couple of racks regardless. Yeah. If you're going with a family, I'm assuming it's a $4,000 a week, $4,000 or $5,000 weekend regardless, right? What the Galactic Star Cruiser is a theme hotel. It is a 2-night experience inside of Galaxy's Edge. Where you board a starship, you get costumes, you get the whole nine, basically. And it's basically like a live-action role-playing experience. Meals are included, drinks are included, booze is not included. Of course. But there are Star Wars-themed booze drinks, which I have a cookbook for, and I will just make some at home. Thank you very much. But basically, you get your own storyline in the Star Wars universe. Disney has taken great care in the last, God knows how many years already since they bought out Star Wars to make sure everything's canonical and everything exists in world. And Galaxy's Edge as a theme park is no different. It's like a canonical existence in Star Wars. The whole point is that the staff don't interact with you as John from Missouri. He's, fucking Jimmy Starships from Corellia, and he's taking you on a magical journey to the hot dog stand, which is being run by another guy in costume, which is great. I appreciate that. As a man child when it comes to all things Disney, I'm sorry, not Disney. I'm not one of those people. But when it comes to Star Wars, I am absolutely one of those people, and I will lose myself in any sort of Star Wars canon. The adult Disney thing freaks me the fuck out, and I think it's weird.
Trust me, I dated one.
It's a different podcast.
You know what's fucking crazy? I went to Disney with that person for a week, and it was.
I like Disney just as much as the next, red-blooded American male, but I can't with the Just go on a fucking vacation somewhere else, please. This is a whole different podcast. I'm going to go off on a tangent. But please, going anywhere else in the world and seeing somewhere new is way cheaper and way better than just going to see it at Epcot for the 19th time. Anyway, so the Star Wars park, you're supposed to immerse yourself in it. You're supposed to feel like you're a character in the Star Wars universe. You get like everybody's talking to you as though like you're like in character, which is great. I would fucking love to do that. I was supposed to do that, but then, we had to go ahead and release a fucking global plague upon the universe, so that didn't happen. It'll happen though. But what's not going to happen is me paying $6,000 for 2 nights to go stay at a fucking theme hotel.
Wait, is that before or after the price reduction?
The what price reduction?
You said there was a price reduction.
No, that is the price for 4 people. So if me, you, Chris, and Brad went...
Dude, come on.
As a family of 4.
Can we get anybody else for a 4th?
No, it's got to be Brad.
Can we get...
I'm not bringing Brad.
Can we get literally anybody
I feel like
else?
Brad doesn't... Actually, no, because Brad just watched Star Wars for the first time, and I feel like he would be a nice fresh... Look at he good. I feel like he would be a nice, fresh-faced addition to the party if we went.
Yeah, but I feel like Brad's the type of dude where like you're just trying to enjoy yourself, and he's on Snapchat like just going like... Oh, like, hey, like flashing a fucking camera in everyone's face.
Oh shit! Is that Obi-Wan? Oh shit!
Yeah, we outside.
Yo, it's lit.
We outside. We're outside. We're here on Dagobah. What's good? I mean, are y'all not down for group snaps?
Again, can we get literally anybody else? I'll pay for it.
All right, applications are open. But anyway, so for a family of 4, it's like $6,000 for 2 nights. And so
Wild.
on this galactic star cruiser, you board a ship and you are sailing through the galaxy, and there's like missions that they send you on. It's this 2-night thing. So I guess like they have like these scheduled things where it's like you go and get dinner.
But hold on. That's what you said, $6,000.
Yeah.
That's $6,000 already on top of the other 5 days that you're spending at Disney.
Right. So it's $6,000, and I guess so the $6,000 does cover you for those 2 days at Disney. At I believe it counts for because the Disney park is inside of MGM. I think I don't know what Disney is these days.
So it's literally instead of paying for 2 more days at your hotel at Disney, you're paying $6,000.
So you're paying the $6,000, and then they encourage you to extend your journey to stay at another hotel, whether it's on the property or off the property. But that $6,000 just covers you for those 2 days. That does include meals. That does include non-alcoholic beverages, and it does include whatever like the adventure experience is. And then the ship drops you off in Galaxy's Edge because you like are in the middle of the adventure. You stop off on the planet to go walk around and spend more money at the vendors and buy gifts and shit like that. So really the at the heart of this is you guys know me. I like to save my money. I don't like to go on vacations a whole lot. And
Right.
So when it does come time to book a vacation, I want to make sure I'm doing it intelligently. I want to do my research. I want to get a nice deal on it so that I can go on another vacation in like another year or 2, not go too crazy. But we were looking into a vacation for sometime next year.
Okay, next week.
No. We're looking into a vacation for sometime next year. We do want to go on like a real elaborate vacation, maybe like a 2-week joint, like halfway across the world. Real nice place, overwater bungalows. You know what I mean? I hear that.
Or like Bali.
The Maldives.
We're like the Maldives is what we're
The
thinking.
thing is, that's a 2-hour flight.
Yeah, I've done 28 hours before. It's nothing. That's a peanut.
The Maldives.
It's
Booze is free on those flights, and I'll take an edible and fucking 20 glasses of red
I'll
wine.
take an edible. You'll be fucking screaming on the flight.
No, just give me just give me a different. No, I'll be doing group snaps with everybody on the phone.
Hey,
we outside.
We finna hit the beach when we get down
We're
there.
in the beach.
Like, sir, can you please sit down? There's 20 hours left.
I just sat down, sir. They just turned off the buckle the seatbelt sign.
We said, please shut off your phone.
We literally, yeah. We actually disabled this guy's phone charger slot so he can stop doing this. But literally, a trip to like an all-inclusive in the Maldives for 2 people is like cheaper than a 2-person trip to the Galactic Star Cruiser in Florida for 4 people.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it a band. I don't give a fuck about these themed hotels. Because, like, depending on where you're going on vacation, it's like, I do agree that, like, the hotel is a big part of a vacation Because like you want to go back, be able to like kind of kick it, enjoy the room or whatnot.
Sure.
Like, if you get like a dope room, like nice view, shit like that. I don't give a fuck about there being like a lifesaver under my pillow. Like I'm cool with that. Like I don't really.
Do you say a lifesaver?
A lifesaver, yes. A lifesaver.
I said lifesaver, but I meant lightsaber.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I just corrected myself. We're not continuing it. But like I don't give a fuck about all that shit. Like,
does it come with a lightsaber? It has to come with your own custom lightsaber.
It doesn't.
Right?
It doesn't. Those are $300.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I could care less about going like that. Going to somewhere like that, I'd stay at a fucking motel before I spend $6,000 to stay at like a hotel like that, where there's probably people like doing fucking like trick or treating on your doors, like trying to immerse you in the whole movie and shit like that.
Yeah, they're gonna go. Oh, there's stormtroopers on the ship. Like we have to go.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm brutally hungover, and I just spent $15,000 yesterday. Like I'm good. You have to be fucking royalty to go to this place for a week.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that. Like, you're going to make... And, like, the shitty thing is, there's going to be some kid that just, like, keeps tapping his parents, like, we got to go here, we got to go here, we got to go here. And it's going to be, like, the wife saying to her husband, like, honey, we got to save our salaries for 3 years to take the kids here.
Yeah.
It's going to blow your load on, like, a week.
So imagine you are going with kids, right? You're going with, like, I don't know, let's say a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old. Let's say the 6-year-old has a fucking mental breakdown one of those days. You're paying $6,000. Let's say the 6-year-old is a fucking meltdown. You can't do anything.
Yeah, but they also, when they're that, if you like, I feel like it's not targeted towards children because in reality, what percentage of children under 10 are familiar with like in-depth Star Wars lore?
I'm just saying, like, these are the people that are going to go. It's like families. It's supposed to be like this family experience. You go with a kid. And they go, man, I don't want to do anything. And they're kicking and screaming, having a fucking...
I'd beat the fuck out of my kid.
Or imagine if you're paying $6,000 to be there and somebody did bring a 6-year-old kid and you're trying to just fucking immerse yourself in this thing and all of a sudden there's a 5-year-old screaming bloody murder because he just pissed himself behind you.
I'd leave. If that was my kid, I'd leave him there. Leave him or her there. They would stay there.
Imagine.
I'm enjoying myself.
Where the 4 of us are on one of these little excursions or whatever that they put you on. Brad's edible is kicking the shit out of him.
And he's throwing a fit. Brad's the kid.
Brad has fucking seeds from his merch stuck in his teeth.
Shit.
Please tell your friend to stop Snapchatting with the stormtroopers.
Can you put that blunt out, please?
He just actually, sir, your child just ashed his blunt in Chewbacca's fur. Could you please?
Like, I get the excitement.
That's going to be $500 for dry cleaning to get that thing clean.
Sir, I get the excitement, but you've screamed, damn, it is Liddy 15 times. You're scaring the kids.
Your buddy has been going like this and screaming sheesh for the last 2.5 hours.
I'm trying to do my job here.
And now, lady, listen, I mean, I know it says, Gleep Glop on my fucking name tag, but my name's Bill. I'm from Oregon. I'm on an internship and I just want to get the fuck out of here today.
Your buddy keeps showing off his Rolex on his wrist. Between you and I, sir, I saw that on Alibaba. I know it's not real, so you should probably relax.
Will you please get your child to stop talking to us about his 24-hour streams? Could you please just tell him?
He keeps saying he just bought a quarter of runts. I don't know what that is.
We told you that there was no candy allowed in here, but he keeps trying to sell people cookies, and I don't understand what's going on here.
I'm just still so fucked up thinking that you're paying $6,000 and you're not getting lightsabers out of it.
Yeah, the lightsabers are like $400 or something like that.
Yeah, but it's $6,000.
Right.
You better get everything on the fucking resort.
Yeah, I don't.
You want
understand.
that couch in the room? That should be mine.
Yeah.
I should be able to leave with that couch.
I totally agree.
Like, how do they get away? Like, okay, I don't know. Again, I think this is probably not targeted towards. I feel like it's more targeted towards middle-aged couples.
Yeah, but so there's a 4, a 3, and a 2-person package.
How much is a 2-person package?
I'm pretty sure it's $4,000. I think it's $4, $5, and $6,000.
Which isn't terrible.
I guess it's not that awful.
All right, so here's another kind of way to look at it. If they are targeting it towards families and you're paying all this money, they should at least include booze for the fucking parents.
Yeah.
They're literally taking out the most important parts for some people. The lightsaber, booze.
Yeah.
How do you not put those into that fucking package?
I would rather, and I probably will, like, we'll probably go to Disney at some point next year, and I won't be staying at that thing. Like, I do want to go to Galaxy's Edge, and I want to see, like, I need to just dive in there. I need, like, a day in there. And I would fucking absolutely just cozy up to the cantina, and I will speak in fucking perfect binary to the guy.
How does the song go with the cantina? Oh, what about this? There's a different part to the resort. It's for the real creeps. There's like room service, like escorts and stuff like that come dressed up as
they
like
got the tentacles and stuff.
And like they give you a lap dance to the cantina song and stuff like that.
How much does it cost? I'll pay $6,000 for that.
It better be included.
There should if there was like a scoundrel version of the package. See, this now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, sweetheart, my lightsaber is.
Chris been watching too many XXX parodies of Star Wars.
I can feel my Kyber crystal activated.
That's what I'm saying. Even Fiona agrees. She goes, "Take my money. I'll go right now."
Honestly,
I'm just saying.
I would probably
I'd pay $6,000
like
for
a
that.
2-person. I'd probably pay $4,000 for that.
I think I'm almost positive.
But you do have to then take into account you're paying $800 for 2 lightsabers afterwards. You're also paying another $3,000 to $4,000.
$4,809
for the rest of the fucking.
I would have to go down there with bags of drugs and just hustle people on the resort to try to make my money. Like, hey, sweetheart,
Have you ever been to Disney?
Yeah, when I was super young.
Have you ever?
2 guests. Yeah, I've been there. Last time I was there, I was like 14 though.
Where did you guys stay?
We stayed off the resort.
Where'd you stay?
When I was really young, I stayed at. It was like Pop something. It was like a fucking resort like this, but it was I remember there was like statues of like Buzz and Woody around and shit like that.
Yeah, I know that one.
I forget what it's called.
I
It's like
stayed
Pop
at
something.
I stayed at the Polynesian, which was sick.
Sounds fancy.
That was a sick one. And then I also stayed at the Animal Kingdom one, and I think the Animal Kingdom one was like that's the perfect way to just like, all right, cool. I was at fucking what's the water parks? I can't fucking remember the water parks.
Where Splash Mountain is?
Yeah.
No.
There's 2 water parks.
I don't fucking know.
I can't remember.
Water Country.
It's definitely not water country. But like you spend the whole fucking day at the water parks. Okay, cool. I'm going to go back to my room at Animal Kingdom, open the fucking blinds, and there's giraffes walking by. Those ones.
So
That's kind of cool. That
was cool. Like, that was
something for you. I hope you don't take this disrespectfully, but you look like someone that would work at Animal Kingdom. Like I can picture you in like the little fucking like.
he'd be like, "Hey kid, you want to go see me beat the shit out of that gorilla?
You see that rhino over there? Nothing. You see? Look
You
at
can't
these.
lift fish."
Look at these, sir. Stop flexing in front of my kids, please. Bob gets like the extra small uniform. It's just like skin tight, like beige.
Robert, we told you to stop ripping the uniform. They have the sleeves like ripped off of them.
Sir, one of your balls is like poking out of the shorts.
I told you 5-inch inseams max.
Do you have any idea how?
I got big balls. What do you want me to say?
Do you have any idea how fucked it is for
This
the?
fucking episode.
Do you have any idea how fucked it is for like the character workers there?
I bet.
Dude.
I bet it's not ideal.
Like I said, I dated someone who worked there, and they were.
I mean, if you're playing as Tigger and you're just like running around all day, it's 98.3 degrees out, 4,000% humidity, and you're in a giant felt suit.
Bro, imagine the motherfuckers that have to be like Toy Story characters, and everyone knows that if you say Andy's coming, they have to drop to the ground now.
They
I just walk by like Andy's coming.
You know what they do with dead bodies?
Like actual dead bodies?
Yeah.
Wait. Like when people like actually real life die?
Actually, real life die on premises. They don't call they call EMTs, but they don't call paramedics because the EMTs can't pronounce somebody dead on scene. So they'll get the EMTs to take the bodies off Disney property and then get the paramedics to announce them
Because
dead.
they don't want somebody like dying in the middle of the thing.
Because they can't. Because they walk around saying like, "Hey, nobody's ever died at Disney." When in reality, people have. They just ship the bodies off.
Is that a thing? I didn't know that.
Yes, that's a real thing.
Jesus Christ.
How the fuck do you know this?
I told you I know and have been in relationships with people who are and have worked at Disney. They're like Disney people.
There's a lot going on.
It is like it's seedy and weird.
I would never work at Disney. You have to be too happy to work there. Can't be
fucking
Well, like, I mean, I would absolutely want like the guy who plays. I would probably just want to like get the job of the guy who like plays like Aladdin because you just wear like a vest and pants. Like you don't have to
a fucking vending machine.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I want to be or like I'll be one of the snow themed characters so I can work in the cold part of the park and
Ooh, that'll be sick.
play as the one of the guys from Frozen or something and hang out under an AC all day.
That'll be dope.
I mean, I kind of want to go back now that I think of it.
I want to go. I just don't want to pay $6,000, $4,800. $4,800 is what it costs for 2 people to go. $4,800. That includes 2 days of like lodging and a live action theater / role playing experience with games and shit like that. And that also includes food and non-alcoholic beverages.
Brad, I'll be Olaf. You kind of look like Olaf. I mean, you can't put a price tag on a nice role-playing experience.
I mean,
Yeah, you could pay $50, get yourself a D&D 5e player's handbook, get a couple of friends, and you'd be fine.
Oh, never mind.
But I mean, okay, so this is
Forget it.
what is it, $5 a month?
No, I was trying to make things sexual.
I know. Whatever the premium costs, you just pay for it. So what I wanted to pose to you guys was, and Bob was already kind of getting towards that point because just being a little tempted to pay the $5,000 to be in there for 2 people. What would you? Is there any theme parks based off of another property or game or whatever that you would pay $5,000 to $6,000 to stay at, and what is it?
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
Maybe Harry Potter.
Oh, that's another good one too.
I mean, the
That's
Harry Potter at
actually-
Universal is really cool. Like all that Harry Potter
Yeah.
stuff's cool.
No,
They
but
don't
like
have
a themed hotel.
Yeah, where like the stairs move and shit.
I don't think they have one though. That's probably their next thing though.
Yeah, and the green the jelly beans taste like dog shit.
Sure.
Yeah, that's,
But then there's a bunch of like Hermione's walking around.
I don't think we're thinking of the same. This is yeah. I mean, you're fine.
I mean, to be fair, the Butterbeer at it's
bomb.
fucking
Incredible.
It's bomb.
It's so fucking.
The crazy thing is, I don't know if it's crazy, but like the alcoholic one doesn't even come close to the non-alcoholic one.
No, it's so much better.
Yeah, the non-alcoholic one is a billion
It's
times
remarkable.
better. It's incredible.
I got it. I think I got one spiked one, and I must have
I
had.
got 3. I got 3 when I
Yeah.
kept getting back in line.
I think I probably only got one spiked one, and I was like, that was okay. And then I got 17 regular ones, and I was like, oh my God, this is unreal. So
I think those are. I mean, those are.
Brian goes, John Wick theme hotel.
The hotel in John Wick is actually kind of sick.
I'm just saying, they could probably open it up. It's probably
Harry-
based on a real hotel.
Harry Potter's an awesome one. I think Lord of the Rings would be sick, and I think Game of Thrones would be pretty sick too.
I'm shocked that none of those exist. I'm sure that there's like an unofficial one.
Yeah.
So when we were in Croatia in Dubrovnik is King's Landing in real life from Game of Thrones. And there's like Game of Thrones shit everywhere.
Yeah.
But there's not a single that I could find. There wasn't a single Game of Thrones themed bar or restaurant or whatever. Even if it was like an unofficial, like they could change the letters around or whatever. Like, I mean, HBO doesn't seem to give a fuck because there's so many gift shops and stuff that are selling, bootleg Game of Thrones merchandise all over Dubrovnik.
Well, we're also getting the Lord of the Rings TV
Amazon
show.
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Oh man, that's gonna be good. Just finished reading those books for the first time, and God Almighty, them shits are good. Brad goes, a Sea of Thieves one would be cool. Yeah, Sea of Thieves, which is the most popular IP on Earth.
I think you just fell for it.
You fell for it.
What is it?
Brad, we'll wait on it. Go put it in the chat. Damn.
Sea of Thieves, what?
Brad, hurry up.
I'm not going to ruin the joke. I'll let Brad say it. Brad, you better hurry up.
Sea
Or I'm
of
going to say
Thieves
it.
nuts. Sea of
Sea of Thieves nuts will fit in your mouth.
Okay, give him. Can I get like a boo or like something?
All right,
What's
so
wrong,
what would
buddy?
yours be?
Mass Effect.
That would be a good. I feel like that's a good. That's like midway between Star Wars and Lord of the and like Game of Thrones. Actually,
Yes, yeah. I would say Game of Thrones is up there for me. There's got to be like in Ireland or somewhere like that. There's got to be some sort of theme hotel that's like a non-officially licensed, like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings theme hotel. It's got to be. There has to be.
I mean, there's the only in Salem. There's the only like recognized wand shop outside of Disney.
Is that like an officially?
Yeah,
Really?
It's the only.
I've
Like,
walked by that a ton.
It's the only like officially recognized wand shop outside of Disney, and it's like one of the only places you can get butterbeer as well.
I didn't know that. All right, I'm going to stop in there the next time I fly from Kentucky to...
Yep. Every time I've ever gone in there, I've left with 2 4-packs of butterbeer.
No shit.
And a wand.
And a wand.
A Game of Thrones themed ice hotel is coming to Finland.
All right. Fine.
And it's like all carved out of ice.
Sounds cold.
I mean, you can wear your hoodie.
True. It's 75 degrees out tonight, and you're wearing a fucking hoodie. So
I'm always in a hoodie.
makes absolutely no
There's
sense.
a Lord of the Rings inspired hotel in... Where is this? It's a Hobbit treehouse in... I don't know where it is.
Yeah, but why not just
There's too many fucking pop-ups. I can't get to the text.
Why not just build like rooms into hillsides like a Hobbit hole?
That'd be cool.
Like, why not? Why?
Airbnb idea right there.
Well, there's a
we
bunch of them.
find
I think that's what
something
this is. And there's one of those that's themed after like the Ninja Turtles on an Airbnb. It's in New York, and it's actually
I've
like
seen that. I've
it's like a little basement apartment, and there's like arcade games and pizza, like memorabilia and like Ninja Turtles stuff everywhere. But
that thing books out though.
yeah, you have to like book out like 4 years in advance.
Yeah.
Which like good for that guy. Whoever
I
the fuck
know.
thought of that, like good for them for just hitting the fucking. Maybe that's what I need to do is buy a tiny little house somewhere and make a theme thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been talking about buying Airbnb property for the past fucking
Like
year.
we could fucking do this. Come on.
I mean, we
And we
could.
could have Bob pop by once every month, like on a special occasion, and like dress up as whatever the theme is.
Dressed up as Hagrid. And it's like during a rainstorm and he kicks the door open and he goes, Harry, you're a wizard.
There's gonna be something in the fine print saying that we can access the proproperty whenever we want without a heads
notice.
up.
Yeah, but does that mean we have to dress you up as Dobby?
Oh, shit.
Who would I be?
I think he's more Dobby-esque than me.
Yeah, but you're the only person that's under 5 feet.
I'll be Dumbledore because I'm the oldest.
You gotta grow out a beard, long
I
white
can
hair.
do that.
I don't know.
Are there any characters that like never take hoodies off? Oh, Chris can be like Dobby, but Harry Potter gave him a hoodie and he never took it off because it was the only thing that he was ever given.
What the fuck's the matter with my hoodie?
Chris is Malfoy. That's too cool for that.
Hell yeah. Shout out Draco. Always got that Draco. You know that.
Oh my God. What's the next topic?
Well, I'm trying to think of a good segue here.
Quick, do the Thrive ad read. That'll save you.
Good call. Good call. Thank you to everybody listening and tuning in right now, because we are also brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Thrive Fantasy is the daily fantasy sports and esports app that eliminates the countless hours of research typically involved with fantasy sports. This focuses only on the top tier athletes like myself, of course, with the biggest impact on the game. Pick your players, pick your props. You get assigned an over and under. You jump into I can't think of the word
Contest?
for it. Contest is a good way to put it. A contest with other competitors, and the more points you rack up, the more money you make. So if you use promo code WGG at sign up, we will match up to $50. Okay. Use promo code WGG at the Thrive Fantasy at thrivefantasy.com or on the Google Play or App Store. WGG, put in $50, we give you $50.
Bang.
You know what? You know what you won't be able to give your friends that live in California soon?
What?
I don't know.
High-end gaming PCs. I'm working on it. Well, in California and up to 4 other states like Oregon, Washington, North Carolina, and one more. I can't remember.
California?
California was the first one.
Oh, okay.
There's one more, I'm pretty sure. But they're doing a light ban on high-end gaming PCs. Cool. What does that mean? Well, it means that there is a overconsumption of power usage in these states. So what they're trying to do is limit imports into the said states for high-end gaming PCs, starting with Dell and Alienware, and I think that they might extend it further. You can build your own. There's loopholes around it. You can get past this ban that they're putting on their people. You part your shit out. You build it yourself. You could probably just buy pre-built as well in other stores. I think they're focusing on specific brands, which makes no fucking sense to me. But my gut take says maybe they should focus their efforts on something more important, like more refined renewable energy, instead of trying to ban high-powered gaming PCs being shipped to their state. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, this seems like the flex tape commercial where they put the little bit of flex tape on a fucking leaking side of a boat. Like, just maybe this isn't the right place to focus our efforts. Like, I get trying to stem off certain things, but like, unless 50% of the gamers or the 50% of the residents of California are high-end gaming PC owners who are taking up, the top 1 percentile of power, then what the fuck are we doing here?
Well, they're not, because California is like the tech hub of the United States.
Right. So, I mean, even with I'm sure Silicon Valley takes up more fucking power consumption than anywhere else on Earth.
Exactly.
I'm sure it takes up as much as like 2 or 3 NFL stadiums like at prime time capacity, but all day long.
JB's confused. Do we know exactly what this ban is?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to it's hard to articulate because it's very vague what they're trying to do, but they're focusing on only pre-built manufacturers like Origin, HP, Corsair, and Dell with Alienware brands will have to adapt to new products being certified for sale in these states. So what the adaptation means is they're going to think of it this way. If new vehicles are being allowed on the roads, they have to pass, what is it, EPI
Yeah, they have to, and an environmental
protective information or something like that. They have to pass EPI certification and whatnot. There's going to be something similar to that when it comes to pre-built PC gaming in these states. How they're going to regulate this, I couldn't fucking tell you. Outside of like stopping imports.
You're going to get your door kicked in because you have a new like graphics card that just came out that gives out a lot of...
This guy's got a 3090. Open up, FBI.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Where my brain goes on like these like high computing fucking bullshit, whatever, it goes to cryptocurrency, like crypto mining, like having huge ass fucking facilities with just 3090s cranking all day. Because I mean, not for nothing... Like, it's naive because I don't know what goes into, like, funding electricity for a fucking city or a town or a state. But, like, that probably takes a lot. But, like, the normal Joe Schmo, like, high-end computer, how much is that realistically going off? Like, I've had...
Couldn't tell you.
Like, not a lot. Like every place I've lived in the past X amount of years, everyone there has had, like, a decent-end PC running literally all day for, like, 7 days. And my electricity bill barely moves because of that. It's like when you put the AC on and shit. Maybe they should regulate air conditioners. How about that one? Or space heaters.
Well, they were all... fucking Texas was regulating AC consumption.
Were they?
And electricity consumption when they were having when they were getting snowed on this past winter. Bless you.
So you can run out of electricity?
You're out of minutes.
I guess.
Yeah. What do they?
It's like if your buddy asks you to use your phone in middle school and you're like, I'm out of minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, like, what more incentive do you need to start throwing up solar panels everywhere? What more incentive do you need to start putting up fucking wind turbines?
Yeah.
Refined renewable energy makes way more sense than putting a fucking import ban, a statewide import ban, not even a fucking country.
Yeah, I would love to see this to me is like this. Like kind of sounds similar to like the Xfinity internet cap thing where like they were going to start like throttling people's connections.
That's different though, because they have a full monopoly on internet providing in this area. And that's like a different like legal matter.
Yeah. I think that like you have to look at who, like, let's look at our power consumption or whatever, like per kilowatt hour and like what percentage of it really is gaming PCs? And also, how the fuck do you pinpoint that?
I couldn't tell.
How do you even remotely pinpoint that? Did they just go, there's some old guy in an office somewhere and he goes, sir, you're going to want to take a look at this. Yeah. Will you look at these new GPUs? And like maybe they find, there's one guy with a $3,000 a month fucking electric bill, God bless you, who's doing crypto mining in his basement, and maybe they're like, we gotta crack down on these gamers.
Well, like the silver lining is, if California bans the 30 series graphics cards, that means we might be able to get our hands on one now.
Yeah.
I genuinely think if this becomes a thing, Massachusetts won't be that far off.
I'll move to a different country.
The state that we used to live in, Massachusetts, it's like you live in a communist state.
You can't even buy vape juice there.
Exactly.
You got to drive to fucking New Hampshire to get vape juice around here.
That's why I'm saying I don't think it's that far out of the realm of possibility. The only thing that I could see that they would ever maybe not do that is that state, Massachusetts, is such a medicine-based tech hub.
Yeah.
When in when like California is like a tech hub.
Yeah.
Tech hub.
Then again, Then again, there are, like communities in Massachusetts that are
Exactly.
tech hubs, your Burlingtons, your Cambridges, et cetera. And it's like, how do you police that? How do you police it? How do you say, "Oh, you guys couldn't have all the graphics cards because all the people in Cambridge have to use them"?
Put fucking tariffs on GPUs.
I think you hire.
on.
I think every state hires John Taffer once this actually goes through, and have him walk into businesses and just shut it down.
Love that.
You know what I mean?
Electricity rescue.
It's electricity rescue, not bar rescue.
Yeah, and then you throw solar panels on the roof. Congratulations, you solved the problem.
So
there's no solar panels on this establishment. Shut it the fuck down. Everybody get out.
So the only thing with solar panels that I see, if it turns into like a more like commercial space base where like commercial spaces that are going to be occupying X amount of people for work are required to have solar panels or like certain amount of solar panels. That's gross. I get that, but it can never be forced onto like personal homes.
Yeah.
You can't force it, obviously.
No,
but you can incentivize. Like the reason why so many people adopt solar panels is because it incentivizes them with tax breaks.
Yes, but you have to understand this, where when you get solar panels put on your house, that is now part of your deed. That is deeded to you now that you have to pay for it, which means it doesn't leave that deed. So the next person coming in, that automatically gets passed off to them.
Right.
Unless they want to pay to get the solar panels removed, which is a whole nother fee.
Right.
That's why a lot of times around here, in Massachusetts rather, where you'll see a lot of places that are on the market to sell that have solar panels, they'll sell a lot slower than places without them.
Yeah, some people don't like them. They don't like the way they look and shit like that because it's for some reason.
And it's an extra bill.
Yeah.
It's an extra bill.
But hey, it's okay because, we're all inheriting, our kids will be inheriting a molten, flaming earth, regardless of what we do. Because
enjoy, son.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Enjoy the sun, indeed.
All right, I'm out.
So that gif of the guy like disappearing.
Yeah, like exactly.
This. Oh my god.
I don't fucking know. All I know is if you live in those states, can you grab me a Bud Light? If you live in those states, I'm pretty sure you could part out and build your own shit. So I don't know, man. It only comes to the pre-built shit. I think it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people nowadays, like, this is obviously a different conversation with like pre-built versus like building your own. There are benefits to both, and like, if people have to now buy the parts and find someone that can put them together or learn how to put them together, at the end of the day, that's dope for the person that's trying to build a PC for the first time. I don't think it really changes much of anything. And at the end of the day, these companies will adapt to it. If they can't put a specific part, or they have to hit the hardware again and make something that's
adapt.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what they could realistically do to just loophole around that?
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Sell out parts, but then also charge a service fee to have somebody come put it together for you.
That, or you sell a specific pre-built without that part in it, the one that's banned, and you can still sell.
Add-ons.
Exactly. Yeah. That's your fucking your wraparound right there.
It is. It is so.
You go for a wraparound.
So fucking stupid. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like we're fighting the wrong battles here, and that this is just like every other major issue in life where like these tiny little things get over policed, and meanwhile the real issue just goes.
Oh, you mean like vape juice?
Yeah, like
everything. Let's micromanage every ounce of fucking vape juice on the East Coast, but also, who gives a shit about cigarettes, right?
It's a war on drugs.
Let's just keep upping that price, baby. $15 a pack. Keep upping it, baby.
Keep it up. Buy.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Human rights, human rights.
Hey,
taken away.
Oh, hey. You know what else is being taken away?
Social distancing when it comes to Pokemon Go events.
It is. Yeah, all the bonuses that Niantic rolled out with Pokemon Go are being pulled back. And to quote every trending topic that has anything to do with gaming ever, gamers are furious.
I'm so mad.
Every trending topic that I see about gaming or like anything nerd is like gamers are crying out against or gamers are furious about
and then
or like something.
And then
I just hit mute.
I scroll past and I go, I'm not that upset.
Yeah. I hit mute and I put this trend is harmful or spammy and then I mute every word involved.
Wait, who posted this? Oh, all right. Makes sense.
I just had my second sexual awakening to Final Fantasy X, everybody.
Yeah. So,
God, I hate that website.
in this case, so if you're not familiar, if you don't play Pokemon Go, or if you just don't know what's going on, I actually didn't even know that these bonuses existed, or I forgot that they did, honestly. So when like a lot of the lockdowns first started, Niantic, who is the creator of Pokemon Go, basically like doubled the distance that you could be away from a Pokestop or a gym or a Pokemon on the map so that people, even though they were at home and, not around other people outside, since the game is geared towards being outside and, interacting with other people, could still play the game, which
Smart.
is genius, really genius stuff.
Smart. And you also saw a huge uptick in people re-downloading.
Yes. Tons and tons, including myself. I'm sitting there in my home office going beep, 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 catching Clefairies left and right because I didn't even know that they were around, but they were 2 blocks away. But I'm catching them from long range, baby. That's passive income.
Pulling up from the parking lot.
Yeah, right. So,
this is the move that made LeBron cry.
Yeah. So, Niantic also, and I actually didn't even know this, but I did consult with resident Pokemon Go correspondent and friend of the program, friend in real life, Johnny Rootbeer, who informed me, because I thought that this was just a bit of virtue signaling on the influencers' part.
Absolutely true.
But so a lot of the Pokemon Go influencers are leading the charge now because these changes are being rolled back. Niantic said a couple of months ago that they were expiring soon, and now it sounds like they're starting to roll the things back. So the game's back to normal. You have to be, like right underneath where like a Pokestop is to interact with it.
You got to be inside of that 7-Eleven instead of across
like
the
if
street.
you're at like let's say it's a church, for example, like you have to probably be at least like in the parking lot, like within maybe 100 feet of the thing to like be there, instead of maybe like on the opposite side of the street, which is what you could do with the bonuses. So apparently, and I didn't know this because a lot of the like the influencers and stuff were releasing these petitions saying, this will also help. Like, let's just keep these here because, hey, not only are you making more money on the game because more people are playing it, but it's better for the disabled. It's better for people with sensory sensibilities. It's better for people who have medical complications that like still can't go outside at all. Yada yada. And I was like, like, why not just lead with this makes the game better? Don't virtue signal and don't speak for people who haven't spoken up. But apparently, Niantic also said when they released these changes, John just informed me of this like fucking 20 minutes ago, that they use this as a reason. They said, hey, this will also help our accessibility challenged users.
Then yes, it's absolutely worth putting back.
So Niantic themselves said this will help people that have accessibility issues, or challenges, and people with certain disabilities, or maybe they're like confined to a certain space to still experience the game and still get out there and like interact with the community without getting out there.
Again, so brilliant marketing move.
Brilliant. And I'll tell you, I would love to see the Niantic sales figures in the last year. I would be shocked if they weren't exponentially larger in the last couple of months. But so now that and I'm assuming that Niantic was planning this before, the last couple of weeks of information were coming out where like mandates are being putting back into place and shit. It's a fucking mess. I don't think that this is going to stick. I'm pretty sure that they're going to keep these things out there. But curious to hear you guys' thoughts on it. I personally just think like, hey, why would you even shoot yourself in the foot if this is going to make you more money? Just keep doing it. And also like it just makes the game easier and more accessible for everybody. But curious to hear what you guys think about it.
My brain goes here. So obviously we don't even know what the fuck's going on in the world with this bullshit right now. But they probably had this idea when the world was starting to bounce back to normal. And to me, them announcing that, I was like, hey, like, you can finally get back out there with, like, your friends and other players now. And, like, now that we're all safe, or we thought we were, like, you can get back out there and, like, kind of rekindle relationships, or just kind of, like, get back in the wild and actually talk to people and, like, game with people out in public. But that's obviously not the case anymore, where, like, things are kind of, like, going full circle. But, like, if I was a developer of a game like that, that's where I would go. But, like, all right, like, I feel like people are going to kind of celebrate this, that they're able to go back out and, like, actually be boots on the ground and playing with people. I was like, hey, like, I don't know the exact words for them, but, like a boss battle is at fucking, like, the YMCA over there.
Right.
And you go there, like, fresh out of being in the house for 2 years, and there's mad people there, like, going after the same thing or fighting the same battle. And it's just kind of, like, camaraderie. Like, everyone comes back together. I do agree with that. I can see that being the case, but I don't want to say there should be like a certain setting that you can tick on, because then everyone's just going to put that on and not have to like go out and do it. So it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't type thing.
Yep.
But I don't know.
I think they set themselves up for failure when you cut. I mean, not to say that when they made the statements that, we're pushing this so people who, aren't fully capable of experiencing Pokemon Go now have that capability of doing so. I think that if you do that with that mind state and, virtue signal it out, I guess, in that manner, knowing damn well in the future, you're going to roll back those things. You're setting yourself up for, you have to know at that point that there's going to be negative feedback. Mm-hmm. My gut says that they roll back anyway. I think they go back and they just say, you know what? You're right. I mean, how much do we actually know about fucking Niantic? They only really ever do fucking mobile games.
They did a Harry Potter thing. They did, there was another, I can't remember the name of the original game that they started, but every other, like the Harry Potter game.
It's the same thing as Pokemon.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same
all
idea.
AI shit.
But almost 170,000 people have signed this petition that was like, keep the gym and stop radius at its current distance in Pokemon Go. I actually did get a notification. I still have Pokemon Go installed. I haven't really interacted with it in quite a while. But I did get a notification that they added like 2 new legendary Pokemon to the game that are exclusive to Sword and Shield. And Sword and Shield Pokemon aren't in the game yet. So, like, maybe this is like a, hey, you guys know that we're about to do something that you might not agree with, but look at this. Here's a way to keep the app installed. So, but, like, yeah, I mean, I'm reading this article right now, and this cites, like, a lot of these benefits where, trainers with disabilities could easily hit stops without climbing stairs that weren't available to them or taking a wheelchair down unaccommodating streets. Players with autism or sensory conditions could interact within comfortable distances rather than being clustered up with strangers. People with young kids who are playing could benefit from like not walking fucking an extra 15 blocks with a child.
It's so hard to come forward with that, like, this is why we're doing this,
right?
And for social distancing, and then backtracking, like, you're doing it for a good reason to start.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go back? The only thing I can literally think of is like, maybe they have deals with the Pokemon spots that it's like,
well, yeah, some of them are sponsored, like Samsung, Sprint.
That's all I can think
Starbucks, and a lot of people are like tagging them in these campaigns saying, hey, you guys are the corporate sponsors. Like Starbucks has they have like a Pokemon Go themed drink that you have to like show them the app.
Really?
I guess it looks fire. I've never had it, but it looks fucking fire.
That's literally the only thing I can think of where they would want to roll it back so their sponsors remain sponsors. There's probably money incentive.
There's got to be something, but even still, like if you're across the way, I don't know, let's say you work across the highway from a Starbucks or something like that. Like you still got Starbucks in the brain 24/7. Maybe you order it on Uber Eats and you get a Starbucks delivery to your house because you're like, damn, I've been craving that and I've been looking at that goddamn Pokestop all day.
Less of a guarantee than somebody walking into a restaurant.
It's still guaranteed advertising one way or the other. People are still literally clicking on an ad, which is a Pokestop. And so I see both sides of it, and I understand, like, Chris, exactly what you're saying, which is a great example, which is like, we want to celebrate the game is all about going out there and being together, and they want to celebrate that in a way that, feels tangible and fun, and like you can do that with other people. But we have been in a condition for the last year and a half, basically, that has discouraged being anywhere with strangers, let alone fucking lots of them. Pokemon Go Day was actually 2 weeks ago while I was in Nashville, and there was a ton of people playing Pokemon Go in the middle of the street. I saw people with fucking Pikachu hats. Oh. Dude, I swear to Christ, it was jammed. The streets were popping, and there was people with Pokemon Go T-shirts on that said like ask me to trade Pokemon or something like that. I'm out there blitzed. Sir, outside of Toby Keith's going,
no, I won't.
What do you want? A Bidoof? So, like, I get it, and I think that there absolutely is a time for that, but it's not now.
Right.
And maybe they do some incentives where they keep the distances the way they are. They keep this, you keep the distances the way they are. Maybe you get some more experience points if you're closer.
You get more Pokeballs if you like.
You get more Pokeballs if you're closer to it. I think they actually do already do that. Like, if you spin a gym from farther away, you get, let's say, 1 Pokeball instead of 3. Or like you get, 300 experience instead of 500 or something like that. I'm almost positive that the distance is a factor. But like put a little multiplier on it, if, you're, all kinds of every phone has a fucking NFC chip in it, like the near field communication chip in it. Like you can tell when you're like your cell phone knows when you're near other cell phones. Give a little bit of a bonus for people who are near each other, and then let the remote players benefit in a different way. Yeah. Like you're a fucking Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are some of the most creative minds on planet Earth. Like figure it the fuck out. There's got to be a way where they can, do this celebration, get people back out there. You can have both. You can absolutely have both.
Yes, for sure.
Keep these bonuses the way that they are and say, hey, if you're far away, you can participate in this remote battle trade bonus thing where like, because the game knows like if Bob was at his house and I was at my house and I went to go trade with him, it costs more of the game's resources or whatever to do it. But like maybe there's some bonuses or incentives that you can do. Like, hey, even if you're far away, like you can still benefit in some capacity. Yeah. I just refuse to believe that the only option is just fucking tearing it off and then just going, see you later.
Yeah, tough shit.
Yeah, but they had to know this was coming. I don't know.
I think they roll back. I think they go back with it. It's the only.
What you mean? You think they stick to their guns and
no. I think they say, okay, sure, we'll go back to it. Otherwise, look, if you have the biggest fucking creators on the planet that create content around Pokemon Go saying like, look, we're not going to fucking do this if you do this. Okay. You're killing your own game at that point. Why would you want look at what they're doing with fucking Blizzard and Activision right now. They're literally killing their own games.
Yeah.
So I think if a company is smart, they'll listen to the player base, they'll listen to the consumers. But again, we've seen time after fucking time, companies, they shut everybody else out and they make their own decisions. So
yeah. We'll see. We shall see.
Do we have any voicemails?
Boy, do we ever. We have 2 voicemails, nice. As a matter of fact. And if you want to leave a voicemail, you can call 617-701-7678. That's the WGG Internet Dad Sauce Line. Leave a call, and we'll listen to it live on the show. Caller number 1, here we fucking go.
What is up, WGG fam, WGG founding fathers? It's your boy JB Genesis calling in with another weekly voicemail. I hope everyone is having an awesome August so far. My question for you guys this week is, if you had to choose between these 3 game modes, Halo Reach Firefight, Call of Duty Zombies, or Gears of War Horde mode,
still easy.
Which one? You can only have one. Which one would you keep? I think I already know which one Bob's going to go with. For me, I really like Firefight for Halo Reach. Zombies is a very close second, and unfortunately, as fun as Horde mode is, that's going to have to come in third for me. Much love as always, guys. Peace.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think I ever played Fireteam.
Firefight's great.
Or Firefight, whatever.
Firefight's awesome. It's got like the skulls and multipliers and stuff like that you can expect from like campaign and stuff like that. It's a really good experience. Firefight would be my vote because that's the one I have the most experience with. That's the one I've played the most. And also, if you guys know me and if you've listened to the show for any amount of time, you know Halo Reach is my fucking jam. So that's me.
I mean, I did also put hundreds of hours into Horde.
True.
I put hundreds of hours into Horde mode in Gears of War. I'm going to say zombies for, very clear and obvious reasons. I still fucking wish that they would make the Easter eggs more difficult. Mm-hmm. So it isn't a sub 2 hour fucking Easter egg run.
And stop tipping off your big creators.
I mean, we can only assume that is the case.
100%.
We can only assume that that's the case. But like, make it a fucking weekend long event. You know what I'm saying? Like the old Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 Easter eggs took days to figure out. Mm-hmm. Give us that. Let the fucking community come together. Like that's what it was.
Yeah, you don't even have time now because it's done in an hour and a half.
It was that. There was the absolute fight. Nick, I don't want to fucking hear it. Timeout. Private square. Anyway, that was like it was a community thing back in the day when you were doing Easter egg hunts because people would come together on forums. People would come together and looking for fucking group chats and shit. People would just come together with, hey, this is what I found. This is what I found. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. Here's video footage of this. Like, that's where the community forms around shit like that. And there is no community anymore because the top creators fucking beat it in under an hour every single fucking time. There is no, like, the search is not a search. It is a checklist of these are objects that we're missing. How do we get them?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the Easter eggs, I think they peaked at Black Ops 3, probably. Mm-hmm. 2 holds a close fucking spot in my heart just because, like, it was a lot. It was in, like, cross-map Easter egg that you could do. There were 2 different fucking pathways that you could take. You could take Richtofen or Maxis. And, like, depending on how you did the Easter egg on one map, you would have to do it the Maxis way on the rest of the maps. And then you got, like, a full-fledged, like, zombies Easter egg finale on Buried.
That's it.
And it was fucking incredible. But, like, they don't do that anymore. Now it's fucking, here's 12 items that you need to find on the map. Go figure it out. And people just fucking figure it out. Yeah, Nick actually makes a good point. Custom zombies. Actually, a custom zombies map came out last week called Nightmare, which zombies content creators are dubbing the best zombies map to come out since Black Ops 3.
Wow.
Like a custom map put out in Black Ops 3, which is fucking insane. But I do want to throw in a ringer, and I'm going to say Mass Effect 3 multiplayer.
Oh, you know the weight of my heart.
That's a good one.
I'm going to change my answer to that.
That was a very good
fucking please add that. Please add that to the Legendary Edition BioWare. If you're
it's the same exact thing as Horde and Zombies.
It's the same thing.
Basically.
It's the same thing. It's so good.
I'm going zombies for obvious reasons again because, as much as I hate the franchise, I'm a slut for Call of Duty, so I'll play it. But I do enjoy the Easter eggs. I do kind of echo everything Bob said about them. I know I'm a little later to the game than you are, but, like, there's not enough. Give me more. Like, I like setting days aside where we're just like, all right, like, we're trying to go for it. And, like, I love having that little taste of, like, wait, we're in the lead. And then, like, the developer's like, hey, fucking, like, big creator over there that's always doing the zombies Easter eggs and gets us millions of views. Have you tried shooting this thing on the ground?
I'm pretty sure we were ahead of everybody else when I had the Wonder Weapon and I broke the wall.
Heated the thing up?
Yeah, I think we were ahead of everybody.
Had to be. But they're like, hey, it's me, Activision. Hey, shoot that barrel on the ground.
It's so like at 2 points in Die Machine and Mao Der Toten, we were ahead of people at one point.
Yeah.
And then it's just, fuck it. Everyone's done. Mm-hmm. Like 15 minutes later, everyone's fucking done.
And it's so deflating when they get it. Someone's
awful.
Like pops in like, hey, this person just finished. Like, oh.
It feels fucking super shitty. But give me a weekend. Give me 2 fucking days. I'll take the Thursday and Friday off and I'll just, that's my routine for the next 3 days. Give me that again. Oh, I fucking miss it. We're never going to get that again though. That's the problem.
No. All right. Next and last voicemail. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's me, CCD2. It's been a while since I've called in, but I wanted to ask a question about the Olympics because it's going on right now. I haven't really gotten a chance to watch a lot of it, but I was wondering if you guys had a preference between the Winter Olympics or the Summer Olympics. So let me know. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Thank you for the call. I have been watching the Olympics nonstop. I don't know about you guys.
I haven't watched it at all.
I fucking love the Olympics, and that's tough because I do like watching like the snowboarding and skiing and stuff like that in the Winter Olympics, but I think I like the Summer Olympics better. I just think it's more exciting. I think that there's a lot more like high profile stars out there right now that are worth watching. And there's a lot of like sports that we watch year round that are in it, like baseball, soccer, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm a big Summer Olympics guy. I don't know if either of you care, but
no, I personally, thank you for the call. I don't watch the Olympic trailer. I haven't watched a second of the Summer Olympics, but I do like the Winter Olympics more. I kind of want to sprinkle this in. I watched a clip of something the other day that I guess is an Olympic fucking event. It's basketball without a backboard. Have you seen that?
No.
It's literally just the hoop. There's no backboard, nothing. There's just a basketball hoop, and like if you, I'll have to show you the clips. It's so tough to fucking like explain. But like there's parts where like no one's playing defense. They're literally just there, like everyone's just watching the shot, and they just go like.
You definitely were watching just like a YouTube video or something. This could not have been a real deal.
This is part of it. I know for a fact. I'll show you guys after. I'm going Winter Olympics.
I mean, I don't watch the Summer Olympics at all. And I also don't watch the Winter Olympics. But the only thing I will watch from the Winter Olympics is like the snowboarding. That's it. And I actually love watching snowboarding, like highlights.
Like back in the day, watching like Shaun White, shit like that.
I mean, yeah, it was like back-to-back Olympics where he was skateboarding and snowboarding. Fucking legend. Shout out to Shaun White Snowboarding, which was also a very underrated video game.
But like even at that, I won't watch it live. I'll watch highlights.
It's
like
really good.
I just don't. I don't know.
This Olympics has been tough. This Olympics has been tough because the coverage I feel like has been really bad, and the like the way to figure out like how to actually watch every event has been fucking impossible. But yeah, otherwise Winter Olympics. But yeah, that's all we got for. I'm sorry, Summer Olympics. That's all we got for voicemails.
Bet. You guys want to land the trade?
Absolutely.
Chris, you got anything?
I don't. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out JB. I'll see you in November. You absolute king. You and Squanto, which I believe had a brand change. But yeah, you and Leanne. Looking forward to seeing you guys. But shout out everyone that's hanging out in the chat. Y'all the real ones.
Dom, you got anything?
Yeah, big shout out to everybody's in the chat as usual. Big shout out to everybody that's been watching the streams, been watching the gang's streams. Big shout out to Brad. Really looking forward to our family Disney vacation. It's going to be great. We going to be all the way outside. Yeah, I feel like there was somebody else that I probably should have shouted out, but I can't quite recall. Shout out to my dog Miller, who had a very long puppy checkup yesterday. It was like his graduation exam, they said.
Do you get a diploma?
He did.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. He did. They said he had an ideal body weight, so he's like the only one in our house that has an ideal body type. So fucking shout out to him for being an absolute specimen. Yeah, I just, it was really quiet in the house yesterday, and I was really sad. So, but now he's home, and I'm not. But I did get a text from my wife saying that I mistakenly left the bathroom door open, so she came home and he was drinking out of the toilet. So,
what are you gonna do?
Hydrate. We all hydrate in that house, so you know what the deal is. But yeah, he is a very good boy. So shout out to him. I know he's listening. So
true.
Shout out to him.
Write a blog, Miller.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Also, hold on a second. I forgot to shout this out last week, but the good people at Gemhammer and Sons Gaming are going to be launching a brand new book really soon. We actually have not done anything with them in a little while.
True.
They're going to be doing a brand new supplement for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, which is actually based off of Rob's first D&D character, which is called Rollock's Guide to Violence. So it's going to be an all new supplement with new classes, weapons, items, fighting styles, mass combat, performance combat, and all kinds of other stuff. Huge implications, and also lots of art and items and references to the campaigns that we've played. So
Very true.
You've heard us talk about it for years, and now you're going to get a little bit of a taste of it, and we're going to be doing something with them soon. I believe the Kickstarter launches next month. I want to say late September or perhaps early October, but we're going to try to do a stream with them, maybe do like a little D&D one shot here in the studio, or maybe somewhere else where 5 guys cannot be sweating up the fucking whole establishment, to promote it and also to give you a taste of the new content. So it's going to be really exciting. It's called Rollock's Guide to Violence, and that's gemhammer.com/ROLOK, Rollock. So you can check that out.
My very first D&D character.
Yeah, and fun fact about Rollock. So one time, so we kind of were figuring out like how you stay alive in D&D.
Yeah.
And my character died being more of like a glass cannon rogue type character. So Bob, being his benevolent self and super creative, thinking outside the box, was like, I want to hit him on the chest and like try to like maybe defibrillate to like start his heart. Mm-hmm. And we didn't know that wasn't going to be a thing. So,
but I'm playing in character.
Yeah, being in character.
He's a half-orc barbarian. He only knows the ways of violence.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about him. Tell us a little bit about.
I mean, he was a half-orc barbarian. I can't even remember like his backstory. There wasn't much of a backstory to him.
Well, you would come in like a little bit, like a few sessions after we started the campaign, and you were a former general in like the bad guys army, and you were like, "Fuck this, I'm doing things my own way." So
I got left for dead. That's what it was. I got left for
dead. That was
dead.
it. Yeah. Yes.
So basically, my first character was Kratos from God of War, essentially, and that's pretty much how he played out. And then in the ending, like the culmination of our first big D&D campaign, Rollock became the God of War.
Very true.
But in their canon in which they're creating their content around, he's the God of Violence.
Yes. Yes. Slightly edited for things that like can be printed and trademarked and whatnot. But Jermaine, which was your faithful squire in D&D, is the narrator for the book.
Yep. My many.
Which I actually didn't know that they were doing until I read like the sample pages, and I was like, holy shit, they really brought him back again. But yeah, there's going to be new class options for 5e, subclasses, prestige classes, backgrounds, weapons, armor types, weapon properties, masterwork weapons, exotic weapons, vehicular combat, performance combat, aerial combat, mass combat. So anything that you would need to know in fighting at a tabletop table, it's going to be in this book, and it's all flavored after Rob in orc form. So
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait.
It's going to be good.
When they came to me saying like, "Hey, we want to do this," I was like, "Why are you even asking? Like, why the fuck would you? You know what I'm going to say?"
Yes.
Like, the answer is yes.
Oh, you want to theme a book after my character?
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But that's all I got.
We'll figure out a way to get that stream up.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a fucking pain in the ass to do it with 5 people, but we'll figure it out. For me, shout out to Brad who commented on the Bertage Part 3. Just said insane exclamation point. So thank you, Brad. Other than that, this has been episode 244 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. You can check out all the written content at wickedgaming.com. You can check out all the video content at youtube.com/wickedgaming. You can catch us on all social media platforms at Wicked Gaming, except for Twitter, it's at Wicked Games. Join the Discord. Fuck it, join the Discord. Come hang out with us.
Yeah, come on in.
Come chill.
Buy some fucking merch too while you're at it.
Please.
Buy some fucking merch.
Please, I can't eat.
You can check out Not Another Gaming Podcast on all podcast platforms. But if your favorite podcast, isn't on your favorite podcast platform, tell us your favorite podcast about us not being on your favorite podcast platform, and us, Wicked Gaming, Not Another Gaming Podcast, your favorite podcast, we'll find a way to get us on your favorite podcast platform. So, thank you everybody for tuning into episode 244 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We're going to be hitting episode 245 next week. We'll see you then Thursday. We're coming up on 250 pretty soon.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. Brazy.
Quarter of a thou.
Crazy.
Quarter of a thou.
Quarter thou.
We'll see you next week.
Mwah.
fight?